so much. Thank you, Laugh Track. Appreciate that. Too kind, too kind. Welcome out to the Matt Show. Thank you guys for coming out. Anybody here from Baltimore? All right, man. Been doing this all over the country, and you guys are the best, I just want to say. Best laugh tracks I've ever seen. Awesome, awesome. Well, I'm your humble host, Matt, here today. Some of you guys might know me as Matthew, as in the Gospel of, the writer of that book. I have many leather-bound books, and I don't know how to say this, but I'm kind of a big deal. just want to say. I was actually the inspired writer of the book of Matthew into the Bible. And what we're going to be doing, Epic asked me to come. I know it's Pastor Chris, you can't tell, but play Matthew. Epic asked me to come for the next few weeks and talk about the 26th chapter out of the book of Matthew. Some people know as Matthew, but you guys can just call me Matt. If that's all right. Let's just be comfortable. You guys can just call me Matt. And what we're going to do in the next few weeks is we lead up to Easter, one of the most important times of the year. We're going to be learning more about Jesus each week. But how we're going to do that is we're going to get first-hand accounts of some people that were involved. Some people that I saw firsthand that I wrote down and talked about. What we're going to do is we're going to bring them out every week, one at a time. We're going to be learning more about them. In turn, learning more about this guy, Jesus, and what this is all about. But today we got a really, really cool guy with us. He was the high priest of his day. He was one of the original Seattle Seven, one of the writers of the Port Huron Statement. He didn't really write down, I'm sorry, that's totally, I totally just pumped him up a little bit. But he is a really great guy. Let's bring him out. His name is Caiaphas. Let's give him a hand. Come on, Caiaphas, come on up here, buddy. Thank you for coming out. Appreciate it. You comfortable? Your flight in okay? I know the
corporate jet was nice.
Awesome, awesome. Well, this is Caiaphas. He was the high priest of his day during the time of Jesus, during the time of the writing of the book of Matthew. And he's going to be telling us a little bit about himself, what he was involved in, and his part in the story. So, if you can, Caiaphas, tell us a little about yourself.
Well, thanks for having me, Matt. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm from Jerusalem. I live on the beach there. It's a real nice place. I like bingo, particularly Old Testament bingo. That's my specialty. And, I'm just a man of biblical times.
Awesome.
So
I can get that. I can tell. I get that vibe.
Yeah.
You are definitely the man.
Thanks.
So let's get right to it. Let's get right to the heart of the matter. What was your big deal with this guy Jesus? Now, obviously, he was a controversial character. People didn't really know what he was all about, and one of the most famous people in history, if not the most famous person in history. And you really didn't get along with the guy too much. What was your main beef with him?
Well, I mean, the guy comes in. He heals people, raises people from the dead. I mean, who does this guy think he is? I mean, then he goes to dinner with these people. He hangs out with sinners. I mean, he's a straight-up rebel. I mean, I just don't get it.
It's true. Was he kind of taking your glory a little bit, stealing your thunder?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the man, and I'm the religious leader of the time, and who does this guy think he is? It just kind of, come on. I mean, jeez.
Well, who said he was doing all this stuff anyway? Where did you get all this? Did you see it yourself? Or?
Well, they did.
Who's they?
Well, I guess I'm in.
Okay. That's a scary statement. That's how you feel. It's okay. So, all right. If this guy who's supposed to be the Messiah, if he was out doing all these things and you really didn't approve of healing people and giving mercy to people, all that crazy stuff, what's the Messiah supposed to look like anyway? What do you think?
Well, I mean, he didn't shop where I shop.
It's true.
I mean, my digs are all from the best place, Banana Republic. I got this nice jacket.
That is pretty nice. It's one of
Jerusalem Republic. It's a nice place. And he just didn't fit the mold. You know what I mean? He just didn't have it, in my opinion.
Yeah. Do you think he should look a little more like yourself, maybe? I
mean, do I think? I know. I mean, that's what he should look like. You know what I mean?
Okay, I can see that. Well, why don't you think he was a rabbi, right? I mean, the guy was a teacher. He was qualified. I mean, why didn't you just get along? Was it like couldn't get together a little meeting and figure this thing out, or where was it all? What was it all about?
I mean, I went to Harvard. and he wasn't in my fraternity. The guy, I mean, rode around on a donkey. I mean, you should see my Ferrari horse. It is awesome. Man, there's this guy, you know, on a donkey? Come on, Matt.
My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for assuming he was on the same level as you. My apologies. So apparently you're the guy who's qualified. You're the guy who takes care of this, who judges who's good and who's bad. Is that how it goes?
That's right.
Okay.
Period.
Right. It's a little tense. Is it hot in here? I'm used to Jerusalem weather. It's just a little tense up here. It's a little hot with this guy. Okay, here's my final question for you. Now, I just want you to break it down. I want you to give me your heart and tell me why it went down. Is there another way you could have handled it? I mean, you sort of plotted, you conspired to kill this guy. I mean, could like paper, rock, scissors worked out, or you know, I don't know, flip a coin? Like, did you really have to kill him? Was there another way we could have done this thing?
Well, you know, I never really thought of it like that. I mean, this guy definitely wasn't my buddy. You know, you have to rule with an iron fist. You know, this guy, this whole grace story, it's a little too much for me. You know, I'm more of a dictator, and I live by the law. And this guy came in, he was just nice to people. You know, he just loved on people. You know, it's a little too much for me. You know, you gotta break it down. You gotta rule with an iron fist.
Too sweet for you?
Too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Need a little more umph to him?
Strange.
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah. Never seen it before. Don't like it.
Well, Caiaphas, I appreciate your opinion. I appreciate your perspective for us today. Thank you for spinning it in a different light and bringing it to us like you saw it. I definitely appreciate that.
Thanks, man.
Any last words for the group here in Baltimore?
Yeah, mercy's overrated. You know, don't give people too much grace. It's just nonsense.
All right. Well, we appreciate it. Let's give Caiaphas a hand for coming out.